It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the Jaguars.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The slot man in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville.
Now Lawrence, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 48 yards.
And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game, but I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week,
17 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that one too wide and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 60.
And the Huskies are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Orlando takes back over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
But what a season it's been for them, Charles. They have already with 3.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brenton Strange,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. And he's had a hard time avoiding the interceptions of late. A couple last week, a couple more so far in this one. See if he can do better here as they start with a 1st down. start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Operating from the gun, Collins. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Back to throw. Collins. And this one is incomplete.
That's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. First down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Jags take a 3-touchdown lead.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete. It's Collins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Antonio Johnson makes the stop.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. On now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Looking to throw. Collins. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Collins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Trayvon Walker in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember last? Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
Lawrence will throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Got it complete to Rodgers. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 2nd and 4. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be caught by Rodgers. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Collins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Carlson able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. This ball caught by Strange. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So we've reached...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 67 yards.
And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Huskies offense and their quarterback ready. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Collins. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing is Collins from the gun on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ron. Take right open.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Collins. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Collins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 67 yards.
And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And his pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
30 left.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. 51 yards.
And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Orlando takes back over on offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now Collins, off play action. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now here is another interception. And they can't bring him down.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Third and 2.
Hey, easy. Route, safe right.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Lisa 24.
Now Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jags will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
2nd and 1. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A toss out right to Gibbs.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
They juked him, and he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide.
And this is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 72 yards.
And the Jaguars add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And here's Collins throwing to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Collins. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Collins. And my goodness, another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Down the left sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Orlando takes back over on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Throwing after the interception. Collins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graves. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 70 yards. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
They'll run with Hall, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looking to throw. Collins. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Collins.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by